guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to dive into engraving art. And so basically what it is it's this sheet with a backing board, some sort of foil typically, or a rainbow color, and then an overall, like kind of like on scratch-off scratchers that you get, just a black layer on top that you can scratch away with either a coin, or in this case we have a little scratching etching tool to reveal a picture. And this brand I think is called Engraving Art. You can find it at Michael's and use those coupons and get them for really cheap. They say for ages 8 and up, so these are great for kids to keep them busy on a day off. And so today is going to be a little bit different of a video. Normally I just do whatever video I'm making, and I do maybe a song overlay on top of it, but today I wanted it to kind of just be more talkative and I guess slightly like ASMR. I wanted to see how that would go because of the sound of the etcher. By the way, this tool is not very sharp. I'm guessing that's why it is for 8 and up. It's kind of hard to scratch the board with it after a while. It got dull pretty fast. But I'd prolonged this video because I had wanted my boyfriend at the time to do this with me, just because I think these are they're so fun, and I thought he would get like such a big kick out of doing these because they're so relaxing, and it's just so satisfying when you finish the photo. And why I'm sharing it with you guys too is there's just like this always reminds me of my childhood, I guess. My grandma and grandpa on my dad's side, I would always get these. I remember as a kid from them, and I just have such a heyday, like just working on these all day. I'd always push too hard with the engraving tool though, and puncture holes in the engraving art because I was just so determined to do such a good job that I would push too hard on the engraving board as a kid. I still have like a ton of these little engraving tools around my house, but doing these always reminds me, I guess, of kind of like my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side, because they're like one of the first people in my life that I have at least a memory of that helped encourage my art. I would always get like crayons and coloring pencils from them, and art kits, and these as well. And the image on here also reminds me of them because my grandma and grandpa, they're breeders on that side of my family. They bred dogs, and I always remember going out to their house way up in somewhere in Illinois, and they had bred dogs for dog shows, and this just, I don't know, doing one of these little engraving art things sent me on like a nostalgia trip of all the times that I went to their house up in Illinois before my grandpa passed away. But yeah, I just think they're so fun and relaxing, and like even if you're not good at art, or you say you can't do art, like this is perfect for you. Like go out, get one of these, you can do it. Like it's all set up for you, it's right there. As long as you don't do what I did as a kid and push down too hard, you're golden. And I used to, the dog in the picture here, it's a Cocker Spaniel, and I used to have a Cocker Spaniel growing up, so that also sent me on a little bit of a nostalgia trip, because I just remember my old pupper, and she was so cute. She was probably one of the most well-behaved dogs ever. I would always remember playing like hide and seek with her around the house. You would just go, I would like run upstairs and like hide in a bathtub or something, and she'd have to go find me, and she was so good at it. She was such a smart dog. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun to do some of these sort of things every once in a while that they're not like artistically challenging, but they just remind you of childhood, whether it's like one of those paint by numbers. I want to get one of those, speaking of which, I want to get one of those like adult paint by numbers that I've been seeing on YouTube. I don't know which one to get, so I'm thinking about getting one of those and making a video out of that. But I think it's always good to like just kind of visit your childhood every once in a while, and just remember when like you didn't have to worry about anything and you could just do whatever you want all day long. And in my case, it was like drawing and doodling, and I had like a Blue's Clues sketchbook, and yeah, it was good times. I know if you are thinking about picking some of these up, for whether it's for you or for your kids or for a little birthday party or whatever, if you go and pick these up, they have a bunch of different like foil colors you can get. You can get copper, which is what I'm working on right now, silver, there's rainbow, and there might be gold. I never saw a gold one when I was little, but I know they still have those three in the stores whenever I walk around Michael's. And they don't just have cats and dogs. I think they have fish too, and I'd have to look up what else they have. But there's plenty of options. There's a choice for everyone, so you can find a flavor for every person in mind. And so just every so often, you just need with the engraving board, I just wipe off with a damp washcloth just to get away all the small pieces of filament of the black stuff. I don't know what material it's made out of, but as it comes away with the scratching to remove it, the excess product. As I'm scratching out this cat here, it's reminding me of a story of from a couple of weeks ago. So if none of you guys know, I bought a house recently, and moved in and everything. It's great. It's lovely. It's fantastic. But I came home from a Cardinals game one night, and all throughout the day I was talking to my friends like, oh my gosh, I need to get an animal in my life because they're the best thing ever. Like, why would you not want an animal? And I come home, I was unloading my stuff and getting in the mail, and it was like 11:30 at night or something, and I just start hearing this purring, and I look down, and there's a cat at my feet just purring and rubbing all over my legs, and it didn't have a collar or anything, and I started petting it, and cats normally hate me, and I hate them right back, but normally cats hate me, and they scratch me, and I don't like them, but this was the sweetest cat ever, and I tried to feel for a chip, I couldn't find one, and I started leaving food and water out for it over the next, like, week, I want to say, and it kept coming back, and still no collar, still nothing. And I'm like, well, I mean, cats are pretty self-sufficient. They can handle themselves on their own as wild cats. But I didn't know if it had an owner or if it was lost or something. So I take this cat to the vet, and turns out it had a chip the whole time. And turns out it was my neighbor's cat from a neighbor who I hadn't met yet because I just moved in, diagonally across from me. And so it turns out I was just a cat napper. I had good intentions, but I accidentally stole someone's cat, and I didn't mean to. But that was quite the adventure. Now I know to not do that, I guess. You'd think if someone owns a cat, they would put a collar on it. I don't know, like, the etiquette of owning a cat, because I've never owned a cat. But, like, I thought this poor thing was homeless, and then it turns out I'm just being a horrible person and kidnapping a cat, and turns out it was my neighbor's. But we got it all sorted out. It's great. But I was really embarrassed about that. I would say the one downside of these foil engraving things is they're messy, and they get all over your hands. If you have kids, they'll just get it all over their hands. It comes off super easily, but yeah, I think I would, when I was a kid, I would try to do these like in the car or something, and I would always get it like all over the car or wherever I was at, and I just made messes. Kids make messes, but yeah, it's not the tidiest of projects for a kid, I guess. They won't have marker all over themselves, but they'll have black specks all over themselves. And so if you guys are curious for a couple of videos I'm going to be having coming down the line, I'm recording a lot today just so that I can like buckle down, get a bunch of videos done, and have them spread out so that in case I do get really busy, there'll still be content for you guys, opposed to what was happening before, where I'd have like a concentration of videos and then a gap and then concentration and gap. But anywho, I don't know the order they'll be in yet, but I might do a video of putting my art desk together when it finally decides to arrive, and give you a tour of my art room, and there should be a video either up before this video or after this one in regards to just a short showing of the enamel pins I made and where you can find them. And then I'm going to be painting for my dining room, actually, because cheap decoration, I don't have to pay myself to do it, so just the supplies, so it'll be great to have something up in there to give the house a little more life. And then I think I'm going to do my first oil painting. I might have a friend or two pop up in a few videos down the road, but we'll see. We'll see how things go, but that's what's down the line right now as far as plans go. But yeah, if you guys ever have any recommendations or questions or anything you want to know in regards to art, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to answer your questions to the best of my ability. If you want more videos kind of like this, where they're more, they're longer, more talking, just let me know. And coming up soon, once I get the art room set up, there will be more videos with my face in it, I promise. It's like the only room in my house that's not like clean and set up and put together yet, so it's a hot mess in there. There's just a couple of boxes left from moving in. I moved in a month ago, and so I just needed the desk to come in, and then I'll finally have it clean enough to be able to show you guys and show you my amazing face. So it'll be great. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to, I guess, share a part of, of me, I guess, because this reminds me so much of my childhood, and it just throws me back to all those memories, all those trips, and just of my grandparents a lot, yeah. Because I don't have a lot of memories of, especially my grandpa, so those tiny, like, most of the memories I have of him is him encouraging my art, so it's just nice to always, I guess, visit those memories every once in a while. But yeah, is there anything that you guys have that reminds you of your childhood, like an activity or certain artist, painting style? I don't know, I think it's crazy of what carries on from our childhood, I guess, or what sticks with us, what we remember. 'Cause it's always the little things, though, that like really add up. And same with, like, I guess, like things today. It's always the little things that end up mattering. But yeah, I think that sums up all I wanted to talk to you about in this video. I'm gonna let the the scratching speak for itself for the rest of the video. I might put a little bit of music on top, but feel free to enjoy the rest without me talking over it, and then stay tuned to the end for the final picture. And guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much once again for watching. If you want more videos like this, just let me know, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button if you want to get notified of more videos as they pop up and I upload them. But once again, thank you guys so much. You guys mean the world to me. I didn't ever think I would get to over 100 subscribers, so even that is a huge milestone for me. But you guys are great, amazing, and wonderful, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye, guys.